So I feel like I owe my viewers something. Now, I may not have a tremendous amount of viewers. I don't have a tremendous amount of subscribers. I'm going to fix this. About a year ago, I set out that I was going to go and make a business just for myself. I was going to make my own money, not that I was getting pennies handed to me by somebody else. It was something I wanted forever. And I was going to take the time to create a life solely for myself based on anything I wanted. And I organized my whole life. I wrote up in my journal, my notebook, like all the things I wanted to accomplish and what I wanted to have happen and where I wanted to be and when. And one of the things I really wanted to do was create a manifesting channel that talks more about experience first and foremost over technique. Now, why is this? When I was first starting off learning manifesting, I truly was lost by the idea of you said live in the end. Live in the end. I don't even know what tomorrow is going to look like, let alone live in what years from now is going to look like. I don't know what they're going to look like. And I was told manifesting in steps is bad and you don't want to manifest in the middle, you want to manifest in the end. I got yelled at by a number of different coaches because I would tell the backstory to give context of where I'm at now. And I got yelled at by every coach imaginable because I'm retelling the old story. Right. But as the coach, I'm trying to give you an idea of where I'm starting from, where I'm at now, and where I want to go. Can you help me get there? And I would constantly get shut down, and I just left all the groups. I stopped watching so many of them. And I realized what I really wanted. I'm a visual person. I want an example. Give me an example of how you did this. And every time I'd ask for an example, I got yelled at. Again, got tired of that too. So I quit a lot of those groups too. And they're like, "Oh, you can't use someone else's example." Right, but it's not because I want to use what they did. I want to get a visualization for myself in my own head and then try to create something for myself based on that visual. And that wasn't good enough. So I decided I'm making a channel specifically for whatever techniques I use, what works for me, what doesn't work for me, what has been sent into me about what's worked for other people, what hasn't worked for them, what's worked for any clients I have here locally, anyone that I have, friends and family that I have helped. Anything I've helped for myself. I wanted to share how I did it. I can't tell you how many videos are on this hard drive right now that, oh, excuse me, that I put together to be edited. And that's when life kind of took a hard right. Okay. So, I got about 3 months into recording things. I got a whole bunch of videos set up. And what happened? Chronic fatigue syndrome kicked in. I got extremely tired. I was sleeping 14, 16 hours a day. Thought maybe it was depression. And depression has been a problem for me. So I went to my doctor and I got Zoloft. I'm up to 50 milligrams of Zoloft and I feel amazing. I think ADHD is still a problem, but I'll work through that later. I'll talk to my doctor about that later or find another doctor who can help me. I think that's also part of my problem. I think too much to the point I'm exhausted. Naps are a beautiful thing. So I found myself sleeping so much. I didn't have the energy. Even something like showering took me out. So I didn't have the energy to sit down and edit every single video that I had created. And more and more and more and more time had gone by. I was starting to cater to other things. I wasn't doing the one thing I really wanted to do. I really wanted this stuff. I really wanted to. I mean, the books. I've got the Neville Goddard collection. I got Wayne Dyer and Manifesting Change. I have all these books. I have other books in my other room. I have more on the bottom that you really can't see. I have other in my bedroom. I have more manifesting books. I have one on my nightstand right now that I was reading last night. I have a few on my phone, on my Kindle. I listen to podcasts about manifesting. I love this stuff because it makes me feel like I'm in control of my life because we are in control of our own lives. We just don't always feel like we are. So, I wanted to create a different way of showing you, in case you're like me, where here's the instructions. Here they are. Here's your instructions. And you're like, what do I do with this? So I wanted to create a channel that was specifically talking about examples. So maybe you then could sit there and go, huh, she did it this way, or so and so did it this way. This is what happened. Here's an example of what they did. Huh. Now, if I apply that to myself, insert blank here. That was the goal. Chronic fatigue kicked in, and that was the end of that. So I apologize. I am now feeling a whole lot better. A little sleepy, but a whole lot better. I'm getting 7, 8 hours of sleep, and I actually feel really good for instead of needing 14 or 16 hours of sleep in a day. It's like a cat. So I am back. I did not mean to start you on a journey and then just abandon the channel. That was not my intention. I am going to start creating a schedule that will likely start in September, because the month of August is slam booked between taking care of other people, my mother, my family. There's obligations on almost every single day in the month of August. So the first few days I got free for myself that I can record. I can use the rest of the month of August to put together better. I'll rewrite better what I've done here. And I'll actually rearrange it in a much more intelligent fashion. So I don't ramble. And I'm going to bring you new content. If you have stories of your own that you would like to share, please feel free, send me some material, and I would love to read it with you. And it could be anonymous, and I will happily read your story. In addition, I'll read friends' stories, my own family's stories, anyone, I will be happy to share everyone's stories. And I hope to God that I can get you focused on manifesting the way you want, not just in finding your SP, because not everyone's looking for an SP. I like following someone like Andrea Schulman. If you don't know my girl, please look her up. She's absolutely amazing. And the one thing she talks mainly about is finances, money, because I find most of the other coaches I follow, like Kim Velez, Manifesting with Kimberly, a lot of them talk, even Dylan James, even to some extent, Roxy, sort of. Roxy's a little bit more like a mixed bag. If you ever watch Roxy, Sammy's kind of also like a bit of a mixed bag as well. She's more about technique focus rather than an SP focus. But I find a lot of them focus on SPs, and Shelly Bullard's another one, all SP focus. I don't need an SP, And an SP doesn't need to be a relationship. It could be a friend, family, coworker, business partner, whatever. But I'm not looking for another person. I'm looking for stuff. I'm looking for money. I'm looking for a lifestyle change. I'm looking for partnerships of brand deals. I'm looking to create the life I want to create with the interests that I have. I'm interested in SPs. But Andrea is the one that really, truly focuses on the things that I'm interested in. Like, I'm interested in money and creating the life I want. So I wanted to create something that was kind of more of the mixed bag, that doesn't solely focus on looking for your SP, and not everyone needs that. All right, so I will tell you my goals, my techniques, how I handle things, what I do, how I do them, what worked for me, what didn't work for me. I'm going to lay out some things I'm going to keep personal and private, but some of the techniques, some of the goals that I have, I'll be more than happy to share with you and show you a little bit about what I'm doing, and how I get there. A lot of it's for just to set and forget it. So if that's working, then I'll tell you that too. All right. So coming before the end of August, I promise I am going to write up my goals and what I'm working on. And I'm going to give you my schedule that I plan on presenting to you, my viewer, of what you can expect from me and my scheduling for that. And maybe even do a live. Once I get enough viewers, enough subscribers, I'm not fishing for a thing. You subscribe if you want. You don't, that's fine too. I hope I can help you soon, and I will talk to you all soon. Have a wonderful afternoon. Bye.